to BizChicks TV. We're here to help you take the hassle out of your hustle so you can build a profitable business that's fun to run. Here are your hosts.
Welcome, everybody. I'm here with my friend and colleague, Miss Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. I'm Terralina from BizChicks, and we want to welcome you to Coffee Talk with the BizChicks. Every week we come in and we try to stimulate your mind and and the conversation around things that will help you build a better business and improve your lifestyle. So with that, we're going to get started. What's our topic today, Fran?
Well, I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
Are you working harder but not seeing the growth you want?
Mm.
And so what if the key was to your next breakthrough wasn't in your efforts by yourself, but in smart collaborations? Because one of the things that we talk about in BizChicks, or one of our foundational things that we do, is to network, connect, share, or collaborate and grow. And growth comes through collaboration. So we're going to talk about making local partnerships so that you collaborate with those in your local market so that you can become powerful in your business. This is a powerful growth strategy.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get to it. Why local partnerships matter?
Oh, okay.
Because there are shared audiences,
Mm-hmm.
and shared audiences lead to shared success.
I like that.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Local businesses often have overlapping customer bases. Strategic partnerships help you tap into new markets with built-in trust. So you may be doing something that someone else is already someone you may be doing a portion of something that someone else is doing.
Okay.
Okay. So community trust runs deep,
Mm-hmm.
and people support businesses that support their community. So partnering locally increases visibility and credibility. So what do you do that you can partnership? Say, for instance, uh, a doggy daycare
Mm-hmm.
can partner with the doggy uh, groomers,
Okay.
right? The
And
doggy
then,
daycare does not have to do all the work. Groomers,
correct. And
correct.
they can even also do customized meals with pet stores or providers, so that they have their own gourmet menu.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. I like it. Or they may have therapists come in who do things for dogs who are aging and are in their care temporarily. I like it. Yeah, it
So
makes sense.
it really does. So I have our dog's food shipped in from a company called The Farmer's Dog.
Mm-hmm.
And it's natural dog food. I mean, it's human grade, which means if you ever had to, you could eat it. It's
Uh-huh.
literally turkey, chicken, hamburger, what have you. And it is already packaged. Well, when they ship, okay, so that's the farmer's dog, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I also get a package from Huel, Huel. None of these people are sponsoring this show. And I get these packages from each of these places. And in the package from Huel was a card telling me about the farmer's dog.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a little card in there telling me about some shirts if I wanted particular shirts. So they are collaborating with people who may want to do business with their audience, right? So, and I was like, oh, this is new. And I'm like, I already get the dog. But that card was in the box with my daily greens, if so to speak.
Well, that makes sense because we're probably on a list of people who own dogs. You know, businesses do sell their lists to different advertisers so
But
that
they
they.
didn't, yes, but they weren't selling
Mm,
the list.
mm-hmm,
They just just put the farmer's dog flyer in the box. No harm. Oh yeah, I've been meaning to get some dog food
mm-hmm.
or shirt from a particular company or something. So what can you put in the bag that you can collaborate? Can your people
Mm-hmm.
like one of our biz tricks, she does event planning,
Yes.
Saventi, Saventi event planning. Well, we talked about collaborating on with the event planning with perhaps you need to do a customer appreciation.
Mm-hmm.
So Saventi can do the event planning for you. You don't have to do all the work to do that. And then Saventi's customers may be your customers and
Oh.
vice versa. So event planning for your corporate events.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So some of her customers could be your customers. Uh,
Okay. So let me see if I understand this. So you're saying that it does not have to be directly related to
mhm.
what you do. It just needs to be basically the same demographic.
Could be, yes, your customer base, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it could just be the community too. Like here at BizChicks, not everybody does everything, but
No.
here in this community, we have people who do a lot of different things, and that's why we suggest the people here that you follow them or
Mhm.
what have you, because they need help and
Okay.
you need help. So
Mm-hmm.
why not help one another?
Makes sense.
Mhm.
It makes sense. And you know something, this is not new because I think we've all been to conferences and we've been to um, different events, and they've given us goodie bags, and in the bags are people's flyers, cards, ads, coupons,
Mhm.
different promotional, I call it promotional material.
Yeah,
But you have to have a relationship with the person sponsoring the event in order to be able to promote your business. And this is where connecting comes in
correct.
and being willing to share and grow together.
So cost-effective growth.
Mhm.
Partnerships let you pool resources like marketing, events, and space instead of doing it all yourself. That's just what we talked about.
Mhm. Now here's the deal. One of the best examples I've seen recently is shared workspaces. I love that concept. I love the idea of not having to pay the utilities for the entire building, not having to pay for janitorial services for the entire building, just being able and yet having use of a conference room, meeting space, uh, a private office, being able to receive your mail at an address away from home. It's really convenient to have, all the business
Amenities.
amenities
Yes.
without having to take on the entire cost. No, no. Not only that, you're able to connect.
Correct. And you are all sharing, you are all having the same focus
Mm-hmm.
to minimize your cost, to maximize your reach.
Mm-hmm.
And then that shared workspace is awesome.
It really is.
It- There's conference rooms, like you said, and you don't have to pay for everything.
There's security, there's
Security,
parking.
parking is major, and you're all helping to pay that
Mhm.
the upkeep. Everybody's chipping in. It's kind of like board and care for what board and care was for
Room and board, you mean? Room and board where you're
room
renting
and
rooms?
board, yeah. Where a
Mm,
person where okay, so you paid room and and then you have these different people all living in the same building,
mhm.
sharing the cost.
And is it really that much different from having office buildings where everybody has to pay for their own office and it's disconnected from others? This way, you are passing each other in the common areas, like the kitchen, the
Yes,
the eating spaces, that kind of
yes. And you're not by yourself.
thing. Exactly.
You are not alone. You can
Mhm,
talk to somebody. You can have somebody cover for you. You can, there's just, it's just a camaraderie there.
mhm, mhm,
So let's talk about some smart ways to collaborate locally. So you can co-host events or workshops, combine audiences, and share expenses while doubling your reach. So we're thinking about this. We're going to be working with one of our biz chicks um, for a workshop to come
mhm,
up because she wanted to do a workshop, a leadership workshop. And there were two types. There was one on branding and then one on strategic planning. Well, most of the people at our event wanted help with strategic planning. And I thought, well, this would be good. Why don't we just have her come do a strategic planning for Biz Chicks? She can bring her people, and
mhm,
Biz Chicks can attend as well. And we just have a workshop event.
mhm.
And I'm thinking that was genius. And then
Collaboration.
we talked to Saventi, Miss Claudia, who does Saventi planning. She could help plan it, and we get with somebody who has the space.
Mhm.
There's a space called Tap Wine Lounge. I'm not sure if we're going to go there or somewhere else because it's going to be like a 2-day event or a
Mhm,
day and a half event
mhm,
on leadership.
mhm.
So we're networking, bringing in with local people. And remember when we went to Sylviana's event
Yes.
that
Mhm.
she held in Old Sac?
Yes.
She was bringing together people with the breakfast. I
She
can't
had
remember.
caterers, she
Yes,
had vendors.
yes.
Mhm,
And she brought these people together to collaborate for an event to expose their business. And we met several people that we are still working with from attending that event.
yes.
And that's the same thing that happens when you attend a BizChicks event. You are going to be working with other people
Mhm.
that are in the room, and alliances are formed.
Yes.
Another way to collaborate locally is cross promotion. And we just talked about that, featuring each other's products or services in newsletters, social posts, or in store.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
um, we can be promoting the Biz Chicks If they got something going on, we can promote it on our social media, on our Substack, or like Huel was doing, put the flyer in the bag.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
Cross promotions.
I
And I
like it.
think that's very smart because now people know you or know about you, and you didn't have to do the heavy lifting. You kind of work together with another business.
This is something that government found very beneficial in the 80s. They started moving from having silo offices for different um, services to having one location with multiple services housed in the same location. So now the individual who needs multiple services didn't have to leave that office, go cross town, make another appointment to go to a different office, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And it became known as a one-stop system. It also is apparent in um, large box stores, like, you know, where you can go one stop and get everything.
And that's the idea for Home Depot, right?
Mhm, mhm.
Where you don't have to, you
Go over
know,
here, get nails, go over here, get wood, go over across town to get the gardening supplies, then come back and I have to figure out, okay, I'm here, I'm building this thing, and oh, I forgot to get a tape measure. Now you can get all that in the same store.
this and all because all those items go together
Mhm. They
under one
complement each
roof.
other.
Right, they complement each other.
Mhm.
Yeah. And they know you're probably gonna get a little thirsty or a little peckish, so they have some, beef jerky on the way out.
They do.
You can get something to drink
Candy machines and soda machines. Who knew?
just so that you can sustain yourself while you're out there on those
If
projects.
they really wanted to get cute, they could have pizza because then you bring the kids every time you bring the kids in there. Because outside, if you notice, outside a lot of times there are actually hot dog vendors who have a space on the property.
Right. And that's another way to collaborate,
Mhm.
bring in food trucks.
Yes.
I know when we have events,
Good morning, Doc. Happy Monday.
when we have events,
Mhm.
uh, at the church or whatever, sometimes they bring in the food trucks
They do.
so that like there are themed events, like when they were doing Worship in Pink. I remember I think it was Chando's Tacos is a
Mm.
local taco place, and they had pink tortillas for the tacos and
Mhm.
stuff. The food was outstanding. Chando's Tacos are outstanding anyway, but they had them fit for our theme.
Mhm. So they customized it for you and mhm.
Yeah, and so that helped us with our event, but it also promoted Chando's Tacos.
And they made themselves memorable with their pink tortillas.
Correct.
I like it.
So another way to collaborate locally is with referral networks. Create
Mm.
a circle of trust among local businesses where you consistently send businesses each other's way.
Yes.
And and see, there really isn't any competition. It's always collaboration. Even back in the day of Macy and Gimbel, they would refer one another to one another's store, because not everybody's you don't do everything.
You can't carry everything.
Mm-mm. And I may not have what you're looking for, but Dr.
Mhm.
Tachi may have it, or
Mhm.
Terralina may have it, or Mark may have it. So we're gonna send them over to see you.
Mhm.
No, send you to see them because they can help you with that. There's nothing worse than somebody trying to do something they're not good at just to keep a customer.
And it can be very expensive for both parties.
I don't do that. So you know what? I'm just not. Let me send you over to Mildred. Mildred can do that way better than I can.
And does it delay services? Because here we are, we're trying to learn before we provide the service
And wait, we are learning on somebody
at
else.
your expense.
Yes, and so that service better be free or something because I don't know how to do this. And
Mhm.
so you know what? Instead of me not playing to my A game and not playing to my strength, I am going to send that over to somebody else that can do this far better. You don't want the general practitioner doing your heart surgery.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So Mark said, I don't have it.
Mm-hmm.
So we are talking about the collaboration of local cross, and this could be, depending on how, where you are, it could be local or global or what have you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So having pop-ups and vendor showcases
Mm-hmm.
set up in each other's spaces to draw foot traffic and offer fresh experiences. So, are you having an event? And or you having a vendor event? Invite some other businesses to share the booth with you.
And therefore, you're sharing your audience.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. I,
And
I I think if your thought pattern is inviting other vendors in is going to reduce my sales, then you're thinking incorrectly.
that is correct. And wrong thinking can lead to reduced revenue.
Exactly.
It really can. If we think collaboration, because nobody can take away what belongs to you
Mm-hmm.
in the long run. You only do you, and people do you because they like you, they love what you do, and they want you.
Exactly.
Okay. Let's talk about who you should be partnering with. Okay.
Um,
And just like we said, businesses that complement, not compete with yours. Um, Now, I don't think you would ever see McDonald's and In-N-Out at the same vendor stand.
you shouldn't, but you know what I've seen a lot of times you go to what would you call them, like city events and things, and you might see 3, 4 barbecue places, or
Mhm.
the vendors seem to duplicate a lot of times. But I notice when you go to a lot of women's events, they'll only allow one clothing vendor, one t-shirt vendor, one, cookie stand, one, so as to limit the competition because they only have so many spaces anyway.
Right. But here's what I'm thinking. Now, you've seen KFC
Hmm.
have an A&W on the same premises.
Hmm.
They are sharing the same building,
Hmm.
using the same, um,
The same counter space almost.
no, not the same, that yes and no, but I'm talking same resources within the building,
Yeah.
water, garbage, sewer, all of that, and
Hmm.
everything. And they are still using the same resources, but they're two different companies. But one is doing chicken, and the other one is doing burgers.
Now I've seen chicken and pizza at rest stops where they're sharing the gas station, but they have two different, like you said, food vendors in there.
Right.
So
They
the
do that,
three of them are sharing.
sharing the resources.
Hmm.
Mark
Hmm.
said McDonald's and Taco Bell should partner with a gastroenterologist.
Listen,
There, there are there are lots of places where there is complement but not compete.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So
Yes.
the service providers,
Well,
your clients, go ahead.
what about hair and barbecue?
No, you don't do it in the same building. But if I was getting my hair done, if you had a brochure where I can order some barbecue and have it brought over to me, I
Mhm.
would, bring
Yeah.
me something to eat, or I can go there after I'm finished and get something to eat.
I have them bring dinner so I don't have to go home and cook. I pick it up
Right.
on my way
Because I've
home.
been out all day.
Mhm.
Um, You also partner with service providers your clients already use or trust.
Mhm.
And that would be, say, for instance, if I'm getting my nails or my hair done, could I have um, a manicure and a pedicure come into the same spot?
Mhm.
And so now I don't so that same concept of one stop. I can get my brows and,
There you
wax,
go.
hair, nails, everything, a full service salon. And maybe you're the stylist and it's your salon, but you have chairs for manicure and pedicure. Then you have the back room where people can get maybe even a massage and,
Waxing.
and waxing and all that, all under one roof. So I don't, and these are the same customers.
Oh, here we go. Back in the day, there was a laundry bar in Chicago. Get drinks while doing your laundry. Brilliant. I don't know if that still exists. It does in Dallas. I know that. I know, yeah, it does.
So you would be able to order a drink, while your laundry is going, because you got to sit there anyway.
Yeah, margaritas and laundry. Yeah.
Now, what would be cool is if you had Wi-Fi in that laundromat in a place where, a counter where
Mhm.
you can be working on your stuff while the washing machine is going while the laundry is going.
Mhm. Yep, you don't have to go out to your car, try to set up your laptop. Mhm. Or go
And
home and come back.
somebody could provide that service, and that would be great. Okay, you can partner with local influencers or community organizers with shared values.
Mhm.
On here, they talk about women-led businesses looking for mutual support and visibility. Now, here's some tips for building strong partnerships.
Okay.
Start
What
with
you gonna do?
clarity. What do you each bring to the table?
Okay.
Make it mutually beneficial.
Mhm. This sounds like a negotiation.
Mhm. And it
Mhm.
needs to be win-win or there's no deal.
Mhm.
There has to be something in it for both people. Communicate expectations early and clearly.
There you go.
Start small. Test a project before going in or
I
before
like
going
that.
all in.
Start
Before
small.
you go all in, test a small, let's just do this little small test here.
Mhm. Mhm.
Then call to action. Start with one connection this week. So we're going to challenge anybody watching this to start with one connection with this week. Reach out and suggest a simple collaboration. So you got to, somebody that you are doing business with or people call them up, text them up, email them up, suggest a simple collaboration.
Mhm.
Now, here's a question for you. Who in your local area would be a dream business partner?
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So, just to recap, today we are talking about collaborations and the power of partnerships, specifically local partnerships.
Mhm.
Who can you connect up with that can help your business to grow to the next level? Ah, Mark has a comment. He says, in college, one of our laundry facilities had a ice cream parlor in it. You spilled ice cream. Your spilled ice cream fed the laundry business. Get your clothes clean, get fat. Your clean clothes no longer fit. Okay, Mark got jokes today. And we encourage you to follow the people who are here today. Mark has a YouTube channel and a podcast called The 4 Minute Mark, where you can get some nuggets in just 4 minutes.
Mhm.
Make sure you get on over there, just the 4 Minute Mark, or you can go to his website, Ask Mark Ward. We got Dr. Chachi. She has media scope that she does every week, but her television network is
Indie soup.
Indie Soup Media. And I believe it's indiesoupmedia.tv.
Mhm.
So you can go there. And she's also on YouTube. So check out Mark, check out Dr. Tachi. And tomorrow we'll be here with Coach TJ. She'll be talking to us about marketing strategies. She'll be talking to us about social media and what's going on and what we need to be aware of. I'm sure it's got something to do with AI, because AI is ever changing and getting smarter and faster and better. And we need to get a handle on it, not be afraid of it, but know how to use it. So tune in tomorrow at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 11 a.m. on the East Coast.
Mhm.
And make sure that you get in here, because this is things that we are wanting to do, and we've signed on to do, which is help you take the hassle out of your hustle.
There you
That's
go.
our whole purpose for being here. We want to hear from you, so you can reach us by texting biz to 33777. Text biz to 33777, or you can go to bizchicks.net. However you reach us, we welcome you. Come on in. The water's great. Um, that is our conversation for today. We want to say thank you for tuning in live and on the replay. We will see you next week. Brittany, take it away.
Bye-bye, everyone. Don't forget to
Thank you for tuning in today. We trust you've learned something to help you build a more profitable business and take the hassle out of your hustle. See you next time.